All right, so several people have asked me over the last few months how I like the reMarkable, and so I'm going to do a quick review on the reMarkable and just a couple of quick things on why I like it and what I use it for. So I'm definitely a big paper and pen guy, and so this is to kind of show, the traditional black notebooks, daily notebooks, meeting tasks, date, I could do my to-do list over here, and then, meeting notes, meeting with Tanner Milne, and then just, bullet points. And that's kind of the normal notebook. So you can see here my daily notebook, I've got set like 800 pages. So how many notebooks would that be under a daily notebook? I want to show you a couple other things, and I've gone a variety of different ways. So here's one thing I'll show you that's somewhat unique. So if you're a notebook writer, this is an aggregation. There's probably, at least a dozen notebooks in this right here. So specifically, I was showing this to someone the other day, and I've been a morning journal person. So the 5-minute journal, the 6-minute journal, the Miracle Morning. And so I've created my own here. And this is an example of something you can do. So I'm on day 57 of 91, but so you can see here, I created this in a Word document, and then I PDF'd it. So I PDF'd 90 pages of 3 things I'm grateful for, most important thing today, who am I meeting with today, 10x ideas, affirmations, empowering question to put in my subconscious for the day. And then I have a nighttime journal, 3 great things I experienced or learned today. So this is kind of my, what am I calling it? But my morning journal. And then as I study in the morning, as I study my scriptures, I use, whether you're a Bible reader, I like to write some of my thoughts and some, so I never used to have these. This is my, just questions and thoughts of this morning. Now I've got it all right here, where I typically wouldn't carry all these notebooks. In fact, I met with a friend who he had a bag and he had like 6 hard notebooks in his, and that's how I would have been. But I'll show you. So I'm a strategic coach guy. I get this when I go to Strategic Coach. Pages of, I'm assuming you can see this in the video here, but so this document specifically, and I'll show you now. As I go to, I created this. So if you can see here, these forms, this is the 28-page PDF. This isn't the exact same page, but if you see here, the double multiplier advantage, I've dragged this in. And so now as we're going through this in the workshop, what are your most impactful value creation offerings right now? And it's, I'm just making this up, right? I can write in here, I can fill it out. And so it's all here now in the notebook. The examples are here. So I can drag in all these PDFs, and I've got verses. I used to get these notebooks, and now I've got, at least a few years of PDFs from Strategic Coach and other places all right here. So the amount of information. Now, can you do all this on an iPad? You probably can. What I like about this is there's no texting, there's no internet searching. The one other thing that's imperative for me and how I operate is I do weekly clarity breaks. And so I have 373 pages. That's at least a couple of notebooks of my clarity break. And so what I want to do is I start from scratch, and then I start with reviewing the week, 3 highlights, personal, and 3 professional highlights. And then I just start to go, whether it's I'm frustrated about X, or I need help with Y, and it's just processing, but it's basically a yellow legal pad. I saw somebody last week at an event that I was at, and they had, a thick yellow legal pad with all these pages. That's what this is. This is a legal pad that's digitized. And so is it overpriced? Yeah. Does it work for me and not having, so I've got all these different notebooks for personal life, professional life, my, other activities and responsibilities I have. And so really that's just in essence how and why I use the reMarkable, and it works extremely well for me, and the way I've decided I needed to use. So hopefully this is helpful for anyone that's asked me whether or how I use the reMarkable.